Okay, back with the market right here on 80 now. Market holding out quite okay, 0.5% higher. We're skirting around 18,000 and the breadth, of course, of the market has revived very, very smartly. We were just talking about as to how the consumer is back with a vengeance. Bluedart has posted very strong performance as well. So let's try and gauge how the quarter went by was. What's the pulse around the festive season, and of course, what's the visibility looking like going forward. Aneel Gambhir, the CFO at Bluedart, joining in on the show right now. Aneel, hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. Festival greetings from all of us here at ET Now, firstly.
Good morning to all of you, and happy festivities to you and all the near and dear ones, and to all the viewers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's exactly what I wanted to understand. Firstly, Aneel, what is, the festive demand this time looking like? Because if you go out there, it's a long list or rather long queue for just about anything that you want to purchase, from food to cars to what have you. I wanted to understand how this Diwali is looking for you as opposed to what we had last time around, which was in the midst of COVID.
So we have seen that post wave 2 of pandemic, I think there's a good surge of economic activity, be it IIP or be it PMI. Even GST collection also has shown a buoyancy in the numbers. So, and even when GDP numbers would be announced, I'm sure they will also reflect the sentiment. So going forward, also the way usual festival season used to be, we are seeing the normal festive season currently, and even the past quarter also, you've seen that the way top line has grown. I mean, that reflects what sentiment which you just mentioned about, that everywhere you have demand which needs to be met. So I think given these all indicators, it looks like it's going to be a good period going ahead.
Right. Anil, but given that, 80% of your revenues actually come from the B2B segment, so just wanted to understand how within the B2B segment is the demand looking like, and is it as strong?
So whether it is B2B or B2C, all customer verticals are currently trending very positively, because if you see the economic indicators, all of them are summary of all customers' behavior, be it B2B or B2C. So we being dominantly in B2B segment, as you mentioned, or in the area, there also demand is very strong post wave 2 pandemic, and be it pharma sector, be it electronics, electricals, or auto sectors, all of them are seeing robust demand at this point of time.
Have you gained market share? Because in the pandemic, a lot of small courier companies, they shut down and it was not viable for them to run operations. Are you gaining because of that, or are you gaining because of demand and economy coming back?
So there are both the things are right. So we have seen a good traction on the top line, which is coming from customers, happy customers for us. So one, that there is a strong surge in economic activities. At the same time, we are seeing some of the players winding up because of government focus on having more organized players. And focusing on compliant behavior. So from that perspective, I think our number reflects very strongly that we would have gained market share. But at this point of time, there's no study available because of pandemic which reflects that how much market share we gain. But we are confident that we would have gained market share both on air as well as on ground.
Do you have any plans to diversify into the pure B2C e-commerce business? When I'm asking you pure B2C, I'm let's say referring to what a delivery is doing, or how some of the courier companies are now creating very niche services only for the e-commerce space.
So as far as e-commerce is concerned, I think we are the first mover in this area, and we have that as one of the very important vertical, which contributes a significant amount towards our top line. So we do have a significant presence in this space, and we will continue to grow that area with a clear focus, because this is a high activity and high growth area. Because as we see currently, there's a lot of headroom available for e-commerce activities to grow. So we are completely focused on this area to grow, or this customer vertical to grow. So so as we move ahead, we are seeing very heightened activity in this space, where strong volume growths are seen, and going forward also we will continue to focus on that. So there's no question of diversification, because we are already present in this space.
Okay. Has your global business also normalized? Because there were some COVID restrictions which clearly were there, but now has the global business, also overseas business, normalized completely?
So we do have an international, offering for our customers. So which is now gradually, with the infrastructure improving and opening up borders, in various countries, I think it's getting stabilized. It'll take a little more time to fully get stabilized at this point of time.
Right. Anil, wanted to understand what is the price increase take so far? Because, and correct me if I am wrong here, because you've announced about raising the average shipment prices by about 9.6% from Jan 1st next year. Does that also mean that we could see some pressure on the margins as well coming in?
No, I think Bluedart has been in practice of passing on inflationary impact to the customers, and which is rightfully so for sustainable business. So you would have seen in the past also, we have announced a price hike to pass on this inflation to customers. Last 3-4 years we have been doing it, and in the similar way this year also we have announced that effective 1st January 2022, there'll be inflationary cost, which we see being a high inflation country in India. We pass on that so that it does not impact our margin. So this will not have impact on bottom line. In fact, you've seen in the past, we have taken price hike, but still we have been growing significantly, both on top line as well as bottom line, because customer do appreciate for a sustainable partner, partner to sustain his business activities. They need to pass on the cost increases, so that we continue to maintain our service levels and also deliver best customer experience.
Just wanted to understand going forward, Anil, how big do you think express logistics as a segment could become?
So if you see indicators in front of us, I think there are a number of things which we can see. One, on the policy front, government has already announced one, that logistic has been given industry status. Second, there are a number of policies, be it national air cargo policy, national logistic policy, e-commerce policies. All these policies framework has been announced by government, which is from the purpose of ease or from the ease of business point of view. That's point number one. From infra development point of view, you see number of initiatives by government, be it dedicated trade corridor, road corridor, which is dedicated again, and also various logistic parks and waterways, and improving airport infrastructure. All this is enabling to have a smooth or ease of doing business as far as logistic is concerned. And third thing which you see in front of us is the push for Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is incidentally supported by current geopolitics scenario also, whereby government is pushing for high growth, which is ably supported by PLI scheme, which is incentivizing production in India. So all this, if you look at it, is going to be good for logistics sector, because supply chain has got double advantage. One, to meet the raw material requirement, that is supply side, and on consumption, meeting when the finished products is supplied to the consumers. So from both angle, all this, if you were to summarize, augurs well for logistics sector, which will grow leaps and bounds, is if all this were to come true as we move ahead in the time. Add to that, we have seen now lower interest rate, lower inflation relatively, and also availability of credit. All this will ensure that India's economy grows, and we being part of barometer of economy, being part of supply chain, I think we will gain from there as well.
Okay, great to have you on the show, Aneel. Good luck as always, and wish you happy Diwali once again from all of us. Let's take stock of what the market is up to. We're
Happy.
still holding on to that 0.5% uptake, and the breadth still very much in the positive. We'll take a very short break on that note, but come right back. Lots of management interviews lined up on the other side as well.